In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you details of 3 disruptive tech small cap stocks with huge potential, and for MMTLP we're going to be looking at an update on the $50 per share private sale that we covered in a previous video, so stay tuned for details of that. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So right now in terms of crypto, Ethereum is surging to an all-time high and close to up over 14% at time of editing. The Dow Jones also was up almost 850 points obviously with news in terms of the Fed in the limelight. Europe also closed higher after Powell's speech, and we can also see that gold was also up. So in terms of Jerome Powell, he did indicate that conditions may warrant interest rate cuts as the Fed proceeds carefully. So I do expect that to happen in September. But if we have a look at the key markets here, Dow Jones up 1.89%, S&P 500 up 1.5%, Nasdaq up 1.88%, and the VIX down close to 14.3%. So what I'd now like to do is share with you news from the Discord in terms of a few notable names that will have the highest yielding dividend stocks coming up, especially in the healthcare sector. So let's have a look at these, and I'm going to share with you now some ex-dividend dates and payment dates for some stocks that we will be watching. I think the most notable one here for me will be UNH at the bottom, currently trading around about $302, dividend amount of $2.21 with a yield very healthy 2.8%. So the date there for you is September the 14th 2025. Also news shared live in the Discord with regard to healthcare, which could benefit stocks like OSCR and UNH, featured a number of occasions on the channel, and the headline here is a US judge has paused changes to federal healthcare markets. So I do expect a good run in these healthcare stocks here. But in terms of a recap, there was the Affordable Care Act, and that was from the previous President Barack, and he created the health insurance marketplaces run by health companies such as United Health, UNH, and also CVS with income-based subsidies. So let's see how that develops, and hopefully good news for UNH and OSCR. Before we get started, I'd like to take 1 minute of your time to share details of the Trading Secrets Discord. This includes daily stock alerts shared in the pre-market, the weekly watches shared prior to trading on the Monday, the $1 Million Challenge, and much more. So we also have had some tremendous calls in the weekly watch list, as well as the daily stock alerts, and these include LEAES up over 152% on the week, DOMH up over 210% on the week, IRGTI up over 77% on the week, and many more. We have a new channel called Top Ranked Stocks DD, and this includes PDF reports which you can download and use for research and due diligence. Obviously you can join us in live trading chat as well. We've just had a $2,000 Discord update which includes breaking news for stocks, including bio stocks, earnings, analyst ratings, Reddit news, why the stock is moving, and much more. And as well as that, you can join us in the famous $1 Million Challenge, where we look at compound return investing and 201 trades. And just a reminder of the power of compounding: if you have 1 cent, you double that for 30 days, you would have over $5 million. But we are using a strategy of just a 3.5% return. I'd like to now share with you details of 3 small cap stocks which have got significant disruptive tech and also with huge potential. So first of all, here I'm going to like to share with you details of ticker symbol INDI, also known as Indie Semiconductor. So let's have a look at details of this stock and why I'm bullish on it. First of all, we have a moderate buy on this with a 27.71% upside, and it's we can see it's quietly leading the automotive chip revolution. So this is in the area of semiconductors, and it caters specifically for the automotive sector. Market cap just under $1 billion, and had a significant beat on revenue quite recently, and the GAAP gross margin came in at 49.1%. So difficult trading conditions, but I think certainly a stock that is doing quite well. So overall it is having losses, but I think the potential for profit should happen very soon. It has a strong intellectual property and positive relations with with original equipment manufacturers, and it's no surprise that the 5 of the 6 analysts have given this a buy rating with obviously a good upside potential, even approximately 39%. So let's have a look at another profile of the company. We can see here in terms of the profile, it's providing automotive solutions for semiconductors and software solutions, looking at advanced driver assistance systems, driver automation in cabin, connected car and electrification applications. And we can see in terms of recent news, they're also looking at robot and quantum bonus. They had a recent earnings call just approximately 2 weeks ago after reporting positive earnings. So what I think, as far as investors are concerned, let's have a look at how the chart is doing. It is up over 8% of the previous 12 months, but I think it's what's interesting here is the trend, and the trend is quite bullish. It was also had a strong finish on the Friday, up 7.94%, currently trading at $4.62, rating of a strong buy. And we can also see here in terms of the analysts, a price target of $5.90 with a strong buy. So that's certainly positive for the company. And the second stock I'd like to share with you is ticker symbol ACM, also known as ACM Research. And this is a company that is looking at chip equipment innovator and anchored in China, and it plays an important role in chip making space for its single water wafer FET cleaning equipment. So the company is a unique position. It is based in the United States, but also conducts business in China. So obviously that potentially would be a possible risk. However, as far as revenue is concerned, revenue did jump more than 6% to just over $215 million, and obviously beating predictions. So it is positive news there. In terms of the Chinese semiconductor space, this is certainly growing rapidly, and obviously we're looking at long-term revenue forecast that's from the China side in terms of business to be approximately $2.5 billion. So the shares are up 14% year to date, but let's have a look at the shares here for the previous 12 months, up over 26.51%. Market cap just in excess of $16.2 billion, trading at $122.98 on the NYSE. So if we have a look at a company profile, we can see here in terms of ACM, together with its subsidiaries, it provides professional infrastructure consulting services for businesses, governments, businesses and organizations. It operates 3 segments: America International and AECOM Capital. So in recent news, we can see obviously there's an expansion of the Singapore Changi water reclamation plant, and that is set to commence. And obviously we know also about the recent boost in earnings. So let's have a look at what the analysts are saying. So according to 10 analysts, we can see the overall consensus is a strong buy with an average upside just in excess of 4.49%, ticker symbol ACM. The final stock on the list is ticker symbol AIP, also known as Arteris Incorporated. So why we're bullish on this? First of all, this is a company that states they are powering the backbone of AI chips. It's a semiconductor firm, and they are responsible for on-chip interconnecting fabric technology used in interconnect applications. So the company also plays an often overlooked but crucial role in the development of many AI and related chips. So the business is high margin and capitalizes on royalties, and it has a long struggled especially with regard to profitability, but right now there has been a significant growth in bullish momentum on it. In terms of the recent earnings, the company posted $16.5 billion in revenue. That was a good beat in expectations, so it's certainly looking very, very bullish right now. For us, it is a small firm, market cap just under $400 million, and we can see in terms of analysts, there's a good upside potential just in excess of 50% at $15. So let's have a look at overall company profile and recent news. So together, obviously, with its subsidiaries, it has property solutions in the United States, the rest of the Americas, China, Korea, the rest of Asia, and also the Middle East. So in terms of recent news, they've won a Gold Stevie Award for the most innovative tech company of the year. That was as recently as 4 days ago. And they're also looking at unlocking long-term value in the AI semiconductor ecosystem. And we also know about the recent recent earnings beat. So let's have a look at the chart for the previous 12 months, up over 23.5%, currently trading at $9.97, and on close of play on Friday it was up over 8.6%, and obviously the chart is quite bullish with good positive momentum upwards. And finally, if we finish off by having a look at the analyst, so based on the analyst, it's a strong buy with a 50.45% upside, so keep an eye on ticker symbol AIP. Finally, let's have a look at the latest updates for MMTLP and also MMAT. So first shout out here to Junk Savvy, who's posted with regard to materials. BK stipulated order filed to reschedule the briefing and hearing date. This is for Citadel Securities, Anson Funds, and also Virtue Financial. And there is a motion to squash the subpoenas, and there is a new hearing date, and this new hearing date is October the 30th, 2025 in the United States District Court of Nevada. So let's get a quick reaction here from Pamela, who stated that Citadel and Virtue are absolutely terrified of having to provide documents that could prove that they have manipulated stocks such as MMTLP and MMAT, and also XRP just filed a motion to quash, and their previous dismissal motion was denied by a judge in the MMAT and lawsuit demanding short sell data. So let's see what happens now. But basically, there certainly does seem to be quite a fear in this, and obviously they're trying to bury the data as best that they can, and also potentially even delay. So in another legal update, we can see the SEC enforcement action defendant George Palikaris has served a subpoena for production of documents to Hamilton Clark Sustainable Capital Incorporated and also to KPMG, and a motion to dismiss is still pending. Finally, let's have a quick update on one of the previous videos where I covered potential private sale of shares for MMTLP. This was from John Rambo, and he has provided a new update based on all the legal information that has just been developing, as well as NextBridge update. And what John has now stated is, in light of the new funding, so this was covered in the previous video, which was $6 million obtained by NextBridge, my share offer is still open, but he is no longer offering them at $50 per share, and obviously he's reaching out for the community to look at an update. So from the previous $50 per share, I think he probably may well go to $75 per share. But if you want to know about details of how he's carrying out this $50 per share potential private sale and the steps for this, but this is only for shares held in AST, so go ahead and check out the previous video. And finally, if you would like to get a copy of our weekly watch list as well as a copy of the daily stock alerts, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.